welcome to the show, The Total You. I am your hostess, Evangelist Faris Wallace, and we're coming under the direction of Abundant Faith Cathedral in Detroit. We're under the direction of Bishop Joel T. Wallace, who is the pastor. Our presentation is about your mind, body, soul, and spirit, so I'm asking, sit back and enjoy this broadcast.
Welcome. I have a very special guest with me today. And as you know, I like to do all different kinds of things. And today I have, as you can tell from my background, that we're going to be talking about live, live, laugh, and enjoy. And today we got the special guest. So tell us who you are.
I am Aaron Hightower. I'm the puppeteer behind Live, Laugh, and Enjoy, and the owner, CEO, if you whatever you guys want to call it, behind that. So
this company. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
When you say you're the puppeteer, how do you use being a puppeteer? Forgive me for this. Being in the church.
How do I use being a puppeteer
in the church?
In the church, I mean, I use it for entertainment at the church, though.
Okay.
So just entertaining the kids and just doing shows like every year at our church we'll have a thing called Candy Palooza. So that's where they'll have different activities for the kids, and they had me do a puppet show one year in 2023. So that was a lot of fun.
And do you do it often, or it's just that one time order thing?
Oh, well, it's going to be more though there,
Okay.
but I have done it one time at my church, but you know, I do it often because that's what I do. Yeah.
What I'm going to ask you is when you say a puppeteer, what exactly is a puppeteer?
A puppeteer is it's kind of two short answers. So a puppeteer is where the person's not seen.
Okay.
And you just see the puppet, and it's controlling them.
Like a sock puppet?
Well, you can use a sock puppet, but you can really just honestly use anything as a puppet.
Okay.
You know, hair pressers, or you can make cardboard out of puppets.
Duck flapper. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that works. Yeah, that works as well.
Okay.
And just anything. Like for me, I was just using anything that I saw as puppets, just following my imagination as a kid. So, but also puppeteer is a way of storytelling.
Okay.
You're able just to tell a story to kids or adults as well.
Okay.
About life lessons and just a way to entertain as well. So
there was something we were discussing about the difference between a puppeteer and
a ventriloquist. Yeah.
So, do you do ventriloquism or?
No, I just do puppeteer. I just do puppetry.
Okay. So the person doesn't see you. You don't have to. You can speak normally because they're not really looking at you. They're looking at the puppet.
Yeah. So, I'm the puppeteer. So you don't see me at all. You just see the puppet. Ventriloquist is where you see the person and you see the puppet throw his voice to the puppet. So, and he has to change his words around when he speaks, though, so that way his mouth won't be moving.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask a question because when I was coming up, we had puppets, okay? And we would have the shows, and it would be like the kids, the puppets would come behind like a building,
Yeah.
They would come and you'd draw the curtain and they would tell a story of the king and the queens and Sir Lancelot. Is that the kind of thing you do?
It's a little different. It kind of depends on the story I'm telling.
Okay.
So, I have done stories with like a background here, like it kind of sorry to say it, but how can I say this? It just depends on the story that I tell, though.
Okay.
So sometimes I use animals, sometimes I use people.
Okay.
So
it depends on the story you're giving. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We had mentioned we started out with the church. Okay, so give us a background. What church do you go to?
I go to Faith Experience. So that's off 94 on East Grand Boulevard, Shane and Medbury Street.
Okay, and the pastor is?
Pastor Andre Butler.
Okay, guys, we're giving a shout out, okay?
Yeah, shout out to Faith Experience.
Okay, and this is Bishop Keith Butler's
son.
Son. All
Yeah,
right.
Keith Andre Butler.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now we have him online. We want to make sure that they get a video of you doing this also.
Oh yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. Tell us, how did you get into this line of work?
Well, it started with just the love of Sesame Street. It started off with the
Okay.
love of Disney. I loved it ever since I was just a young, just a little kid.
Okay.
And
Wait. He's saying kid. Wait. Do you know how old he is? How old are you?
I'm 27. Yeah.
And you've been doing this for how long?
So I've been doing this for about like 13, 14 years.
So you started early. Okay.
Yeah, I did. So, but as a kid though, I just enjoyed Disney. I enjoyed Sesame Street growing up.
Okay.
And I was just really fascinated by it. And I didn't know why I loved it so much.
Okay.
And I started getting older, and the love of puppets and cartoons were still inside. They were still in me.
Okay.
And I will always love using my imagination.
Okay.
And I will always just do what I saw. I would always just, when I watch a cartoon, I would try to imitate that. If I see a puppet show, I'll try to imitate that, using my hands.
Okay.
And, trying to make somebody laugh.
Okay.
But again, so I started getting older, and I started to get to the age where I'm starting to get too old for puppets.
Okay.
and too old for watching cartoons. And, I ran into people where I was like, don't you want to do something else? Don't you want to go play basketball with us? Don't you want to do something else? That's a little weird,
Okay.
But deep down, I even though I did play sports though, and I did do other things, but my heart was still for that.
Okay.
So just kept on loving it, and by the age of 13 is when I found out that was my gift though.
Okay.
I watched the behind the scenes Muppet show of a guy named Jim Henson.
Oh yes, I remember. Yes.
And he teaches you how to work puppets.
Oh, okay.
And I saw that, and I saw the impact that he made. And at 13, I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to be just like that man.
When you said that you watched him do this, so is there any certain type of training that you had to do, or you just taught yourself?
I really the type of training that I just had was watching him. So it was, and at the same time, it was self-taught as well. So when he would make the puppets and then make the puppets talk, I would just be imitating the voice and imitating what I saw him do. And I was like, oh, wow. And I just kept by myself. When I'm not around nobody, I would be like, trying to do a voice and going around like that. So, yeah.
Okay, when you're doing like that, reminds me of how people used to make those little signs, with their fingers, and they would, talk like, like that.
Yeah.
Is that something similar to that, or?
I mean, it can be though. So like, there's different styles of puppetry. There's the Muppet style of puppetry. There's shadow puppets.
Oh, okay.
And there's string puppets.
Oh, okay.
But most people, do Muppet style of puppetry, and that's what I do. And if you still are confused, audience, about Muppet style of puppetry, Muppet style of puppets, as in Kermit the Frog, Elmo, Cookie Monster, those types.
And with Miss Piggy.
And Miss Piggy. yeah, her too. Yeah, Miss Piggy too.
Okay, so and then the shadow puppetry is when you make it like kids play in the bedroom and with the lights down and the sheets up, and they're making faces with their hands.
Yeah, you can do that as well. And also, there's how can I say this? There's also like puppetry that you can put on a projector, and it sticks, and you can make the mouse move through that too. So it'll be like, so yes, you can make it with your hands, but also there's shadow puppets that are already made that you can just put on a projector and use sticks and use strings to make their mouse move. So yeah.
When you're saying that, the thought that's coming to my mind is Pinocchio.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Do you remember Pinocchio?
Yeah.
But he's the one with the strings, and the Puppetto would do the strings like that. So is that like a string puppetry too, or no?
Yeah, no, that he counts as string puppetry. Now I don't really have any real experience with the string puppets.
Okay.
And I just learned more about shadow puppets. I collaborated with the Detroit Puppet Company early this month
Okay.
on a shadow puppet project. So
Okay.
that was my first time using shadow puppets. So yeah.
When you say that you're collaborating, so is this a wide group of people who do this kind of thing, or what?
Well, I collaborate with a lot of small businesses. So
Okay.
Detroit Puppet Company, that is a small business, but it's going to grow.
Okay.
Same thing with two other businesses. So
Okay.
Hightowers Catering, which is my cousin's catering business.
Okay.
He has well, me and him go around and teach kids about kitchen safety and about
okay.
the importance of eating healthy.
Okay.
So we do that sometimes though.
Okay.
And I collaborate with another children's entertainer called Jasmine, the sensory storyteller.
Okay.
And what she does is she teaches kids that deal with autism and kids with disabilities, just storytelling to them, and then we'll add a puppet show to it and then get them involved in it. So we'll do stories that can relate to them and make it our own version of it and just really just have fun with it. So I really enjoy doing that.
You know, when you said that, I remember they just recently put on the show Sesame Street a child who was autistic.
Yeah.
One of the puppets on the Sesame Street now is autistic, so I like that part. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Julia. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like her too.
Okay. You said that you go to teach the kids. How did you get into the teaching of the kids kind of thing?
Oh, yeah. So I worked in childcare when for about 8 years. Yeah, about 8 years. So 2017 I worked at a summer camp and I really enjoyed it.
Come
Yeah, so
I like that one.
yeah.
Okay, you can send your kids to summer camp and he might be there.
Yeah. Well, hire me at your summer camp, y'all. So, yeah.
Okay. But you did the teaching. You said teaching, you said? Or
Being an assistant teacher. But in 2017 when I worked at a summer camp, I was a camp counselor.
Okay.
So, I was able to do some puppet shows, not like an actual show, but like different activities that the summer camp was doing. I was able to involve puppets involved in that. So, yeah, so it was a lot of fun, and it made me just want to stay in childcare because that's where I was able to use my gifts. So I stayed there for 8 years, and October 2024, I felt led to leave my 9 to 5 and to pursue it full time.
Okay.
So
when you said 9 to 5, what did you do?
Assistant teacher at daycares and at different schools.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're full-time puppeteer.
Yes, I'm a full-time puppeteer. So, yes.
Okay, so if we're going to be putting on the program about how you can get in touch, but is it expensive to hire a puppeteer?
Well, I mean, it kind of depends on the puppeteer's pricing. Now, like my pricing is $250. So, it's not bad. So, and even if you found another puppeteer, it would just depend on what their pricing is.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you go to the places, or do you have a spot where they have to come to you?
I normally go to the places. So when I'm collaborating with Jasmine, the sensory storyteller, we both would go to the place that we got hired at to do the show.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. That's a lot of carrying around all your different puppets, though.
I mean, it's honestly okay with me. So I'm used to that anyway. Even when I'm content creating and filming, doing the videos, I'll just bring my equipment to the person that I'm collaborating with or somebody that's voicing the characters. So yeah.
Ooh. It sounds like fun, but it sounds like work too.
It is. It's both. It's both. So yeah.
Okay, so how many puppets do you have?
I have about 17 to 20 puppets. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And are they all based on cartoons? What are they based on?
Well, they're not based off cartoons. They're like they're my own characters.
Okay.
So I'm still in the process of developing certain characters. So like
Okay.
I've been separating the humans from the animals.
Okay.
So yeah. So it's
Name a couple. Oh, I'm nosy. Come on, guys.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. So the human puppets, I have my lead character named Alan.
Okay.
I have his friend named Justin. He
Okay.
has a friend named Sydney. He has a friend named Blue. He has a friend named Michaela, and my lead character has a mom and dad named Calvin
Oh,
and
like a
Levette.
family.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Levette.
So wait. So with all these, do they all have different voices? They all got different personalities, of course,
Of
right?
course, yeah.
Oh my, and you're playing all these different parts?
Not all of them. I have
Okay.
a few of them I do play. And I have other people that help me. I have some family, and I got people that went to my former church or go to my church now, and just other people that I know that help me out play
So
those
it's
characters.
like a group.
Yeah, group effort.
A
Yeah.
group of puppeteers.
Yeah, technically, yes. It's a group effort though, because
Okay.
if I did them all by myself, you can probably tell that that's him. That's him.
Yeah. You can tell by the voice because the inflections or the tones and stuff like that, and the way
Yeah.
you speak. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So,
Yeah. So.
okay, so you got this group. Okay, what about the animals?
So the animals, I've been playing most of the animals, like when I collaborate with Jasmine, the sensory storyteller.
Okay.
And depends on what story that we do. So we have done like songs like Down by the Bay, and it'll start off with a pig doing a jig. So I'll pull the pig out and he'll do the jig and do his dance. Or have you seen a dog walking a frog? And
Okay.
I'll have both of them walk out and just do something that makes not only the kids laugh, but the adults laugh too.
Okay.
So, because that part is like the dog walking a frog. That sounds silly. And to him, it's like, yeah, this don't make no sense. I'm walking a frog. So yeah.
Okay, so that's it. Oh my goodness. Oh, because when you think about all the different works that you're doing, I was thinking about the title of this company. It says Live, Laugh, and Enjoy. So how did you come up with that?
Well, this actually came a long time ago, like 2013.
Okay.
My stepmom at the time, she had decorated this room, and me and my brother and my dad loved to call it the TV room,
Okay.
which is just another room. But as a kid, I just called it the TV room.
Okay.
And she designed it like the way she designed it was pretty good.
Okay.
And it said live and laugh, and then I said that would be a clever name to name it, and then I just added enjoy, and then what was it, like 2 weeks later maybe, I was like told my brother, so if I get a company, if I get a business, it's gonna be called Live, Laugh, and Enjoy.
Okay.
But I thought I had to wait till I got big, like a major. I thought I had to wait till I became like a superstar to name it. But then I learned that I can do it right then at that moment. So from 2013, I just had that idea, and then 2018, I made it a business. Live, Laugh, and Enjoy. So.
When you said you made it a business, what kind of things did you go through for our audience to, in case they want to make their dreams a business?
The things that I've been through, like starting a business. Is that what you mean? Well, I mean, I've dealt with a lot though. I dealt with when I quit my job, because I quit my job before in 2022.
Okay.
And my mistake was I was telling everybody, I was being open. This is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start it. Now, most people were happy for me, but then some people were like, so what's your backup plan if that don't work out? Or you can't just leave a job like that, but how you gonna make your income? And it was other people's fears trying to reject on mine.
Okay.
And I was kind of like, I don't know, but I'll figure it out. But I knew that that's what I was called to do. So 2022, I quit my job. And then 2023, I went back because it was uncomfortable at the time. And I was like, I want to make some extra money, and this is really hard. And I went back to childcare, and wasn't really happy though. I just felt like it was just something bigger inside me.
Okay.
But so I quit in October of 2024. But the stuff that I went through, I did go through that. I did go through people's rejecting their fears onto me about doing that. I had people that like pretended like that they understood what I was going through, but deep down I can read them and was like, no. But and that's the stuff you're gonna do. That's the type of stuff that you're gonna have to face when you start a business or start anything.
Okay.
That everybody is just not gonna
be behind you.
right, not gonna be
100%.
until they actually see it take off. You know, something that Michael Todd, a pastor, I heard him say is what did he say? It's only crazy until it happens. So yeah.
Okay.
So but I just kept going though, and I'm still going right now as we speak though. So for anybody that does want to start a business or just do something similar to what I do, just keep going. Just keep going because that's something you love to do. So at the end of the day, you know, it's not your job to make other people happy. It's your job to make yourself happy.
We got wisdom coming from here. Amen. We wanted to make sure that we got this on. Okay, you made all these different puppets, and you go to these different places. I'm gonna insert a little scripture in here because it's in this Bible it says, "A merry heart maketh like good medicine," and what you're doing is making people, like you said, enjoy. You're making them laugh. You're making them live just a little bit differently, a little bit more. And so, in that sense, you've got that ministry.
Yeah.
And it was put into your heart to do it. So why not?
Right.
And a lot, like, people don't think that that's a ministry, but it is.
It is.
Because you can go to, we've discussed it, going into different avenues and still making people, even the lonely people.
Yeah, absolutely. It just like not even it don't even have to be at like different birthday parties and schools. Like I've done content creating like at a park, and people were fascinated. Even at pop-up shops where I would content create there, and it'll be so many adults turning into kids. Like, oh my God, can I touch his shoes? Or oh my gosh, or he looked like a real person. So it brings the joy out of them. So that's what brings me joy. So yeah.
See, I like that because you're doing something that's different, but it's still getting a message across.
Yes,
it's helping somebody live, laugh, and enjoy.
Yes.
Amen. I'm gonna put down here that we've got it on the screen. Is if we wanted to get in touch with you, how would we go about doing that?
You can call me. So it's 313-953-2426.
Okay. And that would be the telephone number for you. Would you answer, or I'm sorry, I'm getting silly. I'm a puppet.
No, you can. I'll answer, and I'm also on social media. So Instagram, live, laugh, and enjoy. The underscores in between, live, laugh, and enjoy, and YouTube, the same name, and TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because we can watch you before we reserve a reservation for you to come out to do a puppet show, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and he's also, what do you call this? Live. I don't have my glasses on, guys. Live, laugh, and enjoy at Yahoo.
Yeah, so the way I spelled laugh was a little different though.
Okay.
So live, laugh, and enjoy, as the audience can see, is the business name, and that's right. So the email, the laugh was LAFF, and then enjoy. So I'm sure it'll be all
on the screen. Yeah.
On the screen and everything.
Right.
So yeah.
So we can get in touch with you. So we can give. When I think of you going out to do these, I think of like, well, let's put it like this. Have you ever tried to do like a teaching session for CPR?
I have not thought about that. But that's something that I can incorporate. You know, I can.
You've got so many different avenues that you can touch.
Yeah.
With this thing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I didn't think about it, but that's something I'm open to do. But I've, like other videos that I've done though, like that are similar to health. Like I did a COVID skit about
Okay.
do's and don'ts. Like when COVID was brand new,
See?
do it was do's and don'ts
Of
the
course.
COVID.
Okay,
So
doing the COVID.
just basic stuff like
Okay.
staying healthy and
Okay.
make sure you cover your mouth when you cough
Okay,
and when you
okay.
sneeze, things like that. So yeah.
Well, we're going to get into this. You keep mentioning in this word consecrating. So on my next program, because I'm going to have you back, we're going to have this thing about where you tell us what this consecrating is. And we're going to introduce one of your buddies.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, right. Cool.
Because I want to see how you interact with the puppet and how you do this and, a little bit more because I want to feel this puppet experience. It's not like when I was young.
Right.
It's evolved.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, tell us who you are again.
All right, so I am Aaron Hightower. I am the puppeteer and the CEO, business owner of Live, Laugh, and Enjoy.
All right. And what, do you have family members who are backing you? That's what I was going to ask. The family members, they come in, do they give you grief about going with you to do all these things?
Give me grief? Not really though. Because my dad helped me. My dad helps me. So like, he helps me play some of the characters. He helps edit the videos and just come up with different ideas, especially during live shows. And my brother does as well. So my brother helps edit the videos as well. So they're both good with the technology and the behind the scenes.
Okay.
So all the stuff that in the studio that are here, the lights, green screen, I have all that at home.
Okay.
So
and you do them at home. Okay. These are the videos that you do. That's the I'll get
content creating. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So you can do all that. So we've got a lot to talk about. And he will come out to your place of business to do all these little puppet shows.
Yes.
We will thank you. I might be calling him up because I have a lot of children who really need to find out, this is me, about who God is, and maybe that's something we could use as a puppet.
Okay.
I love that. We thank you for tuning in, and until the next time, please remember that we are here for you, and this is the Total You. Till next time, bye-bye.